What's up, everyone? Yes, indeed, man. I'm back. You probably didn't think I was coming back. After yesterday, you think I was salting my wounds or something like that. What is that the terminology? Salting your wounds? Um, Give me a minute here. All right, everything's good, all green. So, yesterday I told you about the trade. If you was following me, this is exactly what I was waiting for. But I thought at the end of the market yesterday, towards the end, that they'll come to their senses and realize I'm out. Like I'll take the gains and I'm out. But nah, man. This market today, well, they're trying to make a little run towards the end. It's 358, a couple more minutes, but it's for the most part it's at the lows. The Dow's down 979. I think it got down as low as 988, but so for the first, what was it? I gotta look at the candles. Anyway, so here we are. I drew this megaphone remember the megaphone pattern I was kind of calling out in the summer? I'm like, oh man, and just kind of blew right through it. So I kind of redrew it. And, did we fake break out of it and then collapse? Will we come all the way down to the bottom of the megaphone? I don't know. It's just a scenario. So I even tried to draw it a couple lines, like maybe draw that megaphone or touch this top with, that's it. Yeah, maybe let's say that top, right, that area. But, see, we're coming right down and maybe the megaphone pattern is coming into effect. The ripping, the record breaking. It's all right, 935. It's trying to make it's doing what it did yesterday. But, I expected on a down day, I don't know. Let me tell you something. Tomorrow's Friday, right? I don't even know why who's doing the buying here. There it is. Who's going home long? You going home? If you're a trader, you going home long on Friday? Now, tomorrow we do got the jobs report, right? So who knows what that's going to do, but I just think it's not even going to matter because now that's old news, right? It's what the market's doing now. It doesn't matter if it was 500,000 jobs, in my opinion, because that was before coronavirus. Now we got coronavirus going forward, but I do think if we was slumping, they'll probably still blame it on the early outskirts of coronavirus if it came in like real low, or they might say, damn, forget the virus, we was already kind of entering, maybe slow down. We was slowing down. And they always said the consumer is, we're holding on by the consumer. Well, if all the consumers is home and don't want to buy shit except for toilet paper and wipes and sanitizer, the consumer's gone. So maybe that's what today is all about. Titanium, man, read your post, man. Good deal. Good post. Corona beer for everybody. I do say Corona. Well, yeah, Corona. It's funny because the Corona Beer Company is losing sales because of the word Coronas in their name. People think you get coronavirus from Corona beer. It's unbelievable. Anyway, Juan, man, you were all right. You in house. What are you, about 3-4 days in a row? Appreciate you, Juan. And Al, what's up, man? Stay short. Stay short. You had a 50 grand day? All right. Nice. Damn. Hold on to them because tomorrow it's going to be the same thing. I mean, I made some of my money back today, so I feel a little bit better. It's just that, this is what I was waiting for yesterday, and kind of, I don't know why they ran it up like that. They trapped everybody. You bought yesterday, you losing money. I mean, so that's what I'm saying. So why, how are they, where's the good news? What makes you look out there and say, buying stocks? And I want to show you some stocks that I wrote down where I think the collapse it's just already here, and it's just got to catch up to the rest of the market. There's some stocks that are destroyed. Oh man, what was that, SPY? Let me just look at this real quick. Pull up the daily, see what we got. All of this mess. Yes, yeah, we're kind of doing that summer chop we had, but you can see the bar that we had yesterday. I mean, we basically took out. We basically took out the whole bar, because if we closed up here, can I zoom in on this? if we closed up here, this is basically, we had the big $500 gap down. So the candle's not really the 500-point gap down, right? And then we're way down here, so if you want to do the close, we're kind of right there. So basically, this whole area, if you bought anywhere yesterday, you just got destroyed, so I think we're going back. Who knows, man? All I know, well, I after yesterday, I don't know shit. I don't know, but this is what I feel is happening. I was trying to explain to my girl, like, let's say we're in the Empire State Building and there's an earthquake, or any building, and you probably and you're gonna feel this, you're gyrating just before the collapse. And I think that's what's happening with the market. I think it's causes a lot of volatility. We don't know what to do. We're kind of holding on, doing this, right? And then boom. And I think that's what's going to happen. So that's my prediction. That's also with Al with the 50,000. Yeah, that's your prediction. I know that's titanium. That's everybody that's following me prediction. Do we need to test the S&P 287 bottom of last week? I don't know, because the market, we could go down to this 2008. I mean, not the 2018, or some people is even saying the 2008 low. But I think, because the market hasn't, remember I said it yesterday, it just hasn't been testing lows anymore. It's like it don't do that. I was waiting for the V, and it started V'ing this morning. But it gave up. Jeffrey Gundlach was on CNBC, if you know that guy, and I should have bought all kinds of puts when I knew he was coming on right before he speak, because he's bearish. He's got a good, this man he just knows what's going to happen. I mean, and pretty confident, pretty good record. The man is the man. And he kind of got the market just kind of going down. I think he was a lot of the reason. Once he started speaking, man, I just watched the S&Ps just kind of tumble, and then it stayed down. Yeah, man, we got to test some kind of low to get support, Yeah, well, let me go to the SPX. Yeah, then we got 28. Is that it? 28 down here? Maybe to close? Nah, we're going to come down in this area. Where's my little box? Even though, like I said, I don't know. We're coming in there somewhere. Before the bounce, and even then I think it's sideways. I mean, what's going on today, it really can only get worse. How is it going to get better? Another rate cut. Let's say they cut rates in 2 weeks because they're going to have the meeting. I think that's just going to scare people, because, oh no, we're at zero, we're going negative, and it's just, I don't know if it's ready for that. I don't know, I don't know, man. Yeah, I just don't know. I'm just like you. But I do think we're going down. I mean, just think of what we had this week. We had last week we had the biggest drop ever for correction, from top to bottom to correction territory. Then we had the biggest up day in points, like on Monday. And then yesterday, and then we had the second biggest up day on points again. This market is moving. And I wish I could just be predicting, it's set to make all kinds of money, but I'm not that good. With moves like that, how is it going to resolve itself? Like, say you close your eyes, it's moving, right? You close your eyes, do you open your eyes and we're at all-time highs? I think we open our eyes and we're at new lows, So let's look at some stocks, man. Yeah, Gunlap. Gunlap. Yeah, it was, man. I think I might go back on the CNBC YouTube channel and play that interview tonight when I'm driving. That was a good interview that they did. I like hearing him talk. Max pessimism. Yeah, man. Nah, I don't know. But here, just check this out. Let's look at some stocks. Transportation's getting killed. Look at Delta. Why am I so zoomed in like that? Maybe I'll pull up the monthlies. I'm going to do this in a month. Look at Delta just breaking, giving it up, right? It just totally broke that 2-year resistance. Look at UAL, United Airlines, one of the best. Look at that. It's already, these stocks are just, I think they're leading the market, and I think the market wants to go here. That's a 41% decline. So we know them. So let's look at Carnival, same thing. These stocks are getting destroyed. And just so I don't know what they do. Maybe they was going to order some more boats and stuff. And they probably going to put things on hold. It's just going to affect the economy. Layoffs, right? They're not going to be doing that many cruises. Let's look at the KRE, the bank in it. Look at it. See how everything looks the same. And we got like the FANGs and the semis kind of up. But I think this is and the small caps was showing it all along, and I'll bring that up as well. This is where we're going. This is what the market's going to look like. This is all part of the S&P, but yet somehow that thing is trying to stay elevated. Why? It's just that few stocks, right? Those 5 stocks, that's kind of keeping it up. Disney, man, this thing is a juggernaut. Look at Disney. I bought some at 128 somewhere and thinking I was a genius. It's 113. This is before. It's in the area. It's in the consolidation area for years. This is way before they even talked about going on the streaming service. Disney, man, look at that. And you know what? It's going lower. Down 41%. That's a blue chip, man. Boeing, look at that. I mean, these guys was staying elevated, and they didn't sell a plane all year. Okay, and for some reason, this stock didn't want to go down. By the way, this is one of my first stock videos. It was comical. Check it out. I did plane crash. I forgot what I was gonna say. This thing, yeah, they were like, hey, we ain't selling planes, blah 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 blah. Got planes parked all over the country in the desert and employee parking lots. It wasn't even going down. So you talk a little virus. Now you want to go down? Remember, they in Seattle as well. I think Boeing is in Seattle. So this is ugly. Where's their support, right? Check this out. Where's it going to stop? Here? Maybe that area. And if it don't stop there, gosh, I mean, maybe here. There's a little support there and then definitely down there, right? So, yeah, that's Boeing. Part of the S&P. Of course, we talked about transportation, but there's the IYT. They move America. Now look at that. Everything is just coming down. Nothing here looks like the S&P. Nothing. But why is the S&P elevated in the Qs? So XLE. Y'all know what that's going to look at the XLE. Right? So you tell me what's working. Let's pull up oil. Oil's already. Don't let oil break. It did break 50. Actually, we're still below 50. I got all these lines drawn. And we're right there. We're right at support. That's most likely going to give it up too. This kind of looks like the market. But that's probably going to give it up too. This is like a bear flag, really. That's what I was drawing. And generally, you get this kind of post down here. It just don't want to break that support, right? So TLT, we're gonna look at the bonds. This is why the market's just going. Look at that, that's crazy. All-time high today, all-time high. And I could pull up the gold. These are the stocks. I mean, gold. Look at that. Look where gold is going. I missed this. I was in early, by the way. I was in that first breakout. I got out and I never got back in. It's going there. It's too close. It's too close not to. And if that goes there, the stock market goes here, right? So gold if it's going here, stocks are going here. Let me see what y'all saying, man. I missed a lot of comments. Sorry. That's why, Seattle's going to be quarantined eventually. Yes, space is a. Oh yeah, I don't know. I'll pull that up in a minute. Dre, you long gold? Nah, no gold. I'm mostly short. I remember I said yesterday, I just got puts on. I'm done. And if I lose it, I lose it. I got like 60-day puts, put spreads, and basically my delta in this pretty big position on the SPX is like 4.4. So I'm long Pet Rock. I'm actually short TLT. Yeah, TLT definitely looks like a short, but I don't know because. How you short TLT with the TBT? Just taking the other way. Like when you look at the TBT, right? That looks like it's going lower. That looks like it just started to And this is a monthly, so it's going to take some time, right? It looks like it just kind of giving up and taking that turn. But TLT, I don't know. I actually think, now this is the 20-year. I don't know how to bring up the 10-year on my chart here. I actually think when it reaches damn near zero or something, that's when it comes down. Like, it's in the sights. That's all they're talking about, right? And I just think once they start focusing on that, it's just got to get there. Just like I thought 30,000. We didn't hit 30,000 in the Dow. I was like, oh, yeah, we going, because they just couldn't wait to put on the party hats and blow the horns. Titanium, the 10-year is in a bubble. Is a bubble in yield. Yeah, so what happens when that busts? Does the stock market just go to normal? You know what? I'm telling you, somebody's blowing up out there. And we're going to find out about it. What you think about that, Titanium? Somebody is blowing up. Maybe that's the why all the volatility. I don't know. People move bonds to gold. Yeah, I know they're looking for safety, But yeah, I mean, here's the thing. The rest of the world, a lot of the world, I'm going to say the rest, is negative. Even us being at, was it 0.91? I think it got down to 0.88, something like that, 0.81. Even, let's just call it a point. Even us being a point, that's better than, it's still the best thing in town. So why wouldn't it go higher? You know what I mean? You want to go into the stock market, which doesn't seem stable right now. Oil, right? So yeah, gold looks good, and this looks good. Remember, even though you're not losing money, if you buy the bond, like if you buy a government bond at 1%, as long as you don't sell it, you're gonna get your money back, right? And you're gonna make 1%. You're not gonna lose money. It's not necessarily to make money, but you're not gonna lose money. So I think that's what's happening. It's like, okay, put it in there. But yeah, I don't know what happens, like say the government blows up or whatever. But as long as you hold it, right? If you try to sell it, as it's going down, yeah, you'll lose the money. But if you hold it to maturity, you ain't going to lose. And I think that's what some of maybe the pensions or whoever needs long-term, maybe that's what they're doing. I don't know. And the pensions, these guys, even my pension at the post office, we need to be making more than one. They need to make way more than 1% to pay me my pension. It's ugly out there. I'm telling you, if it maintains this picture, which it has been for years, and gets worse, pensions, yeah. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I don't get into all of that. I got a kind of idea about it, so I can't really speak on it. But you know what I'm talking about. Companies are going to refinance at lower rates. Yeah, the inflation is about to go parabolic. I don't know, because of the people being home. Like, how long is this coronavirus going to last? You know what I mean? So, yeah. So I don't know. I think that's going to kind of maybe keep it in check a little bit. Some will borrow to buy back stock. Yeah, that's what they've been doing. I hear they was trying to make legislation to put a stop to that or something like that. Yeah, but check it out though. Since we've been going down, and you've seen some of those companies, they ain't buying stock. I ain't hear no big stock purchases yet. But yeah, that's the way. I mean, like, let me pull up Apple, by the way. And I wanted to finish that. You see Apple now. I showed you all those charts. This is why we're elevated. And there's Apple. We'll look at the FANG. Facebook, I think, is kind of turning into those stocks. See that? Facebook is kind of giving it up. Google, right? Google's starting to still elevated. I don't know. I haven't seen Netflix. Yeah, Netflix to me, well, see, they think the whole indoor play, your home, maybe. But you know what? When the market's going down, everything goes down. Netflix, what am I missing? Microsoft. Oh, this is a toppy one. I'm sorry. This to me, it's a slow short. It's going to catch up to this. You see what the market's doing. You're just not going to be sitting off a couple points from your all-time high. Here's the semi index, right? The semiconductors. That's a short to me because it's just too toppy. It's too toppy. It's gonna catch up to it. It's AMD. By the way, I bought some. I think I just bought a couple of puts in AMD, and you can see AMD. You know, these are monthly candles I'm looking at, so it's not. They still got. Let me pull up a weekly on that. You know, it's still. You know, it looks like it needs to come to here. Everything else is. Why are these guys gonna stay? Foxconn for the Apple people, their profits went like this or something. Nothing's happening though. You know, so that's a sign that I guess, you know, they ain't making semiconductors to put in. They don't need their stuff to put in the stuff to sell. I don't know. It just seems like a true slowdown is happening. And like what's his name? Peter Schiff was saying the virus just popped the bubble, you know, and now it's exposed, you know. So we'll see. But those stocks that I just showed you, those stocks that brought the market up, or it's going to be the same ones. Well, it's already coming down, but they're the ones that's holding it up, and eventually they're going to give it up. I mean, Amazon tried to hang in there today. I was like, you know, and it had a little comeback, nice little comeback for Amazon, because it was down about 60, 75 points or something like that. Here's the daily. Pull up the 5-minute. Yeah, it was going up, and it's kind of hanging in there. It wasn't going down as hard as the market, but I mean, just yesterday it was way up here, 1977 to the low today. Yeah, they're. I mean, Amazon's a great stock. Y'all know that. I trade it all the time, but if the market goes down, it's gonna catch up with everything. All right, that's me ranting. I think they're gonna print way too much money. Yep, like they always do. Oh, this is a bubble. Everything you look at, every single scam puts a free money, for you. Damn, you made 50 racks. Schiff is, yeah. The thing about Schiff, I like him, man, but he's been wrong for a long time, you know. But this might, you know, even what they say, even a broken clock is right twice a day. So it looks like, you know, his story is gonna be right finally. You know, it's coming to. Fruition, is that the word? Anyway, yeah, now he's right. Corona accelerated it. Yeah, so listen to those guys, man. They on YouTube, they on the podcast channels, but they seem the ones that got the ball. And definitely pull up that Jeffrey Gunlat interview on CNBC, on the CNBC YouTube channel. I'm sure it's on there. And that guy's solid, man. He's spot on, you know what I mean? And I think the market was listening to him today. It was like, oh yeah, you're right, you know. And it was just dummies buying. I don't know who the hell was buying yesterday, but you know, we'll see. But like tomorrow's Friday. I don't think the employment number is going to matter either way, and I don't think anybody's going to want to go long on a weekend and we find out there's more stores getting looted or whatever, fighting for bags of rice and things like that. And so many different people got the virus. And then we come in Monday, and Mondays is always prime that's crash day. If there's going to be a crash, it's always on Mondays. You know, so yeah, that's, sorry. That's what's up. So I made a little money with the puts. I'm afraid I still don't like it because, you know, yeah, tomorrow we, you know, I know I said it's Friday, but the volatility is high. I got to pull up the VIX, but we could be up 1,000. This market's crazy. I never seen that. Nobody's seen nothing like this. Not even. That's what I'm saying. Somebody's blowing up out there, man. I'm sure there was some geniuses talking about, I'm going to short the bond market, and it's spotting them, and it's blowing up right in their face. Things just like me yesterday, it's just going straight up, you know, and then you're like, you know, oh man, this market is a fraud. And it's everything you point at. So some of the food stocks are doing well. Campbell's, you know, look at that. I own some. No, I sold it. I think I transferred anyway. I was in Campbell's way down here when they had problems with making cans. The cans was costing them too much money. I'm like, man, Campbell soup. This is Campbell soup. Anyway, so that's why is it spiking up? Because everybody's looting these stores for, I want to say looting, but you know what I'm saying, for all the canned goods and toilet paper. Let's pull up Kimberly Clark. Look at all-time high. This is the trade. Cans and paper. Yeah, so I don't think these stocks are gonna carry the market. You know what I mean? So that's the trade. Cans and paper and gold and Bitcoin. I don't know how to bring that up. I bet you that's at a nice price. Gold, silver. Yeah, I didn't pull up the steels. Look at steel. This is what makes things, right? Look at steel. U.S. Steel. Remember Trump came in, he started the tariffs and it was for the U.S. steel companies. This is for you. And I think he had the guy, the CEO of U.S. Steel. And ever since then, which was right here, right there, it's been straight down. So, there. There's your answer. What's the other one? What's the copper? What's the copper trade? FCX? Freeport Mac? Look at that H pattern. That's gonna break. This is a monthly chart, so it's not gonna happen tomorrow, but it doesn't look like it's wanting to go up anytime soon. You know, we build stuff. You know, in copper, when these stuff is going up, that means building. Even though I know the new homes and stuff got the plastic pipes now. Isn't that weird? Plastic pipes. Anyway, new to the channel, Crystal Beauty. Thank you for joining me, man. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, I talk stocks, but I'm not the guru guy. I'm just like a dude that, you know, loses money, makes money. Yeah, I'm just a dude. I work for the post office. And before the stock videos, I was doing photography videos and I was doing trucking videos. Yeah, I'm all over the place, man. This is something I do when I get home. Anyway, so but thank you for watching, Crystal. I'm not gonna tell you. You're not gonna come here, Crystal, like I told you guys yesterday, looking at a chart like this, saying, I bought it here, and then I sold it there, and I let it come down. I bought it here and sold it right here. You know, I'm not that guy. Okay. those guys always crack me up. Then you should be a multi-millionaire. Anyway, you understand trading fundamentals and also very funny. Yeah, thanks, Al. Appreciate you. I've been doing YouTube for a while, and Life Like I, you can check out that channel. We kind of stopped doing it, but it's still there. The videos are still on there. So I kind of got I think I got a nice personality to be on YouTube. And I was always afraid to put these videos up, man, because nobody even knows I even trade. I've been trading like for a long time. I blew up a couple of accounts. I blew up 2 accounts, you know. So yeah, that's possible. And I still trade with large size. So a future blow up is not out of the question. But I'm way better now, you know. So yeah, I don't trade like the book. You know what I'm saying? I always say don't follow me. You know, I like doing small, but then I go big sometimes, you know. I think that's how I think, you know, with me, that's how you kind of get ahead, you know. Like, you know how the Yankees win games and always go to the World Series? They hit home runs. When they hitting base hits, the Yankees lose. Anyway, oh man, yeah, that's a nice trade. So are you, Al, you still got all those puts on? Are you out? Are you flat right now or what? But there's going to be another moment. I think we're going to wake up. You know, when it's at the end, I feel, when we hearing the terms limit down. When you wake up and they talk about limit down or circuit breakers, then we're probably close to the end. You know, because Kramer last night told everybody to buy stocks. And I guess they down 1,000 points on the Dow. But it's been up and down. He says it's oscillator. You know, the oscillator. And generally, that's correct, you know. But the virus, the market is totally trained on that. It's dynamic. It's not what, you know, it's not even thinking about what we did yesterday. We ripped yesterday, right? We down. It's not thinking. It's thinking about like tomorrow. So it doesn't care if we was down 10,000 points yesterday. It doesn't even care. It's like, okay, what's happening, tomorrow? It's hard. And as long as you look out in the future and you see conditions worsening, not getting better. And I think that's what it's all about. It's worsening. And that's what we're seeing. I think there was another cruise ship. Was it another one? School. I don't know. It's like I'm hearing them all over the place. I pulled up this map with the virus. Now I'm here in Kentucky, the Indiana area. I noticed it's in Illinois, so it's getting close to me. See, I'm in the interstate. See, everybody that was overseas, to get here, they got to go to one of the major ports like L.A. and New York, right? And I guess Chicago, Atlanta. And they come in there, and then I guess they get in the cars, and then they'll reach me. So I got some time before it's in my state. But you never know. It could be here already. People, we travel. That's the new economy, us traveling. And so it's going to, we need to travel. That's why I think with everybody staying indoors, how could it possibly get better? So when companies are like, everybody back to work, kind of like China did or whatever. By the way, I said car. I wanted to pull up Avis, and you can see what's happening to that. Damn. Okay, now, y'all tell me what's going to happen there. What's going to happen when it reaches support? Is it going to bounce? Now, you remember, well, maybe you're not, but the more times this thing hits support, the better the chance it will finally break through. Now, we look at a whole bunch of other stocks that broke through. Why would this bounce? So it's coming down. It was down 13.97% today, 14% today. So it's hitting that support with some speed. Boom! It's probably going to go right through it. Soon as we have one of those another bad days. I don't know what Hertz is, but anyway. What do we got going on? Yeah, told you. Yeah. I think there was another one, though. I could have sworn I heard that there was another one. Anyway, I told you about that yesterday. Yeah, not true. James Carroll said, not true. Sure, while there is these debates, it will waver, but they say our economy is very strong. Yeah, I think it was. But I think it's going into, I don't think so as much now, So we'll see tomorrow, because tomorrow's going to be economy talk. They're going to be talking about the jobs number and the outlook for the most part. The U.S. economy is strong, yeah. But how long could it stay strong? That's the whole problem, with people working from home. Everybody can't work from home. I don't have a job I can work from home. They make it sound like, oh yeah, you just work from home. How many people's doing that, really? But even so, let's say you have a job like that. I imagine everybody can. And then if there's slowdowns because people's not buying stuff like say, theaters, people in planes. I'm looking at Twitter, and some of these airports are just desolate. You can just go on Twitter and look at the pictures. That sounds to me like layoffs. Okay, coming. So what happens when that happens? Yeah, so with the slowdowns, companies are not just going to have full employment. They're going to start sending people home and say, you know what, yeah, we'll call you back when the virus is over. And then it just snowballs from there. So let's see. Let's see. And I think that's why we got to get over this virus pretty quick before that does happen. I don't think it's happening now, but I think it's right there. It's right there. Just my thinking. U.S. economy is a fraud. Not strong. And the whole world is down. I'll say, why are we up? So here's the question. Does the rest of the world catch up to us, or do we catch up to the rest of the world? When you answer that question, you'll know where to put your money. There will not be layoffs if the disruption is small. That's the thing, though. See, we don't even know how big it is. They're coming out with these test kits, right? The test kits. And not every, so I read a story on Twitter. Somebody think they had it. They couldn't even get tested. And then remember, half our country don't even have insurance to even go to the doctor and say, do I have it? So we don't really know how many people had it. We just know how many people got tested and came positive. So what's the real number? And that's what we're learning today. That's what we're learning. So I think they say they're getting these test kits out, and I don't know, how do I get a test kit? What do I gotta? Is it gonna be a CVS? I don't even know what's up with that. How do you even get a test kit? So not everybody has the $50 to go to what is it called? Immediate care. The urgent center. You know what I'm talking about. Nobody has that. Not everybody has that money. They'll just stay home being sick, infecting other people, and then when they finally feel really, really bad, they go anyway and get the money somehow. And my account's up. Nice, man. Nice. Hold on to it, because generally when I have those kind of months, I tend to give a lot of it back. Post 4 weeks, that was a good, to get on the, I thought about the cruise lines, but I thought it was going to be short term. And then it's becoming long term, because I'm like, who in their right mind is going to be going in a cruise ship? So I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking, but damn, those guys, let's say the cruise, like we was just talking about the economy, I don't know what Carnival's numbers look like, but can they sustain? You know what I mean? Are they going to have to start selling some boats? Will they claim bankruptcy? A lot of the times when stocks go down to the zero line, bankruptcy is kind of imminent. They're looking at it. They got big bills, and if they ain't getting money from people paying $2,000-$3,000 on these cruises, what do, right? So, we might start seeing some of those things, and that's why I think things can change. We got to find out something quick, because look at the velocity of these things going down. And I showed you a lot of different sectors and stuff. It's not like we're going down like this. I mean, we're going down with some speed, pull up, look at this. If you look at the chart right here, let's say that this megaphone pattern is true. Now, generally the megaphone, you find yourself at the bottom of the megaphone. I'll just put it like that. You can go ahead and Google megaphone pattern. And we didn't have a significant correction for a long time. So this is what everybody's saying. They've been waiting for this moment. And if you think this is the moment, you should get in. And that's what you hear some people talk about. But look, again, it's even hard for me to explain. Remember how bad 2008 was? My chart's really not showing it. And let's look at that drop, man. That was like 50%. And this is pretty long, and it got steep. It hockey sticked at the end. So I don't know, man. It just seems like we at least need 20, at least, because we was going up on a lot of fake numbers. I think, now you can't quote me because it's been some time. I remember when McDonald's had reached an all-time high some years ago. And the funny thing about it is that they was making actually less money than they was making years before that, but they was even higher. I don't know, because they manipulate these numbers, and I'm more technical, so I don't get into the numbers too much. But I don't know, man. Let's just see. And you know what? They didn't even call it a pandemic yet, by the way. What are they waiting for? Like, what makes it a pandemic? And the day they call it a pandemic, that might be 1,000 points off straight down. And then that could be the bottom, the actual word pandemic, But I think that's got to be worth 1,000 points, right? So I don't know. I'm guessing. I can't see them saying the WHO has declared the coronavirus. How do we say? The WHO has declared the coronavirus pandemic. I can't see us going up 1,000. So it's got to be down 1,000. So, and then maybe when we see that whoosh, that's generally the bottom. That whole scared, we really didn't have that big, strong reversal of us being down like 1,500 or something like that, 1,000, and then end up positive or almost positive. That's, those have some power. That basically shows you sellers are gone. You know what I mean? And we can ride that out. But anyway, and also, the longer this stays in the news, the longer it's in the paper, and more people are home, we start seeing it. More regular people like me, you, we thinking about it, and then we start to sell. We start calling our 401ks. You know what? Yeah, put it in the bond fund. You can't even put your money in the bond fund because it's a bubble. Put your money in the safe fund or whatever you got. Hey, babes, what's up? Just looking up the dictionary. It was worse than the Spanish flu. This is the Black Death 2.0. Built a 10,000 bond. Al, you definitely got your damn, I cannot move this. Put your money in gold. I can't. I want to, but I don't know. Seems like I need to pull back, and that last pullback we had, I missed it. And I guess I just wasn't thinking about gold. It's never on the top of my mind. And I know you're probably gonna say physical gold. I don't know. I just a gold bar or something in my closet. I don't know. It just seems like what am I gonna do with this? I don't think you see. I did a video a while ago, and I was like, if we was ever in that situation where everything just collapsed and we gotta defend ourselves and all that stuff, I don't know. I just think that they're probably gonna want some water. That's gonna be the new currency, food. And I'm gonna be like, hey, I got gold. I just think people be like, the hell's that gonna do for me? You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's why I think about gold. I know it's silly, but I just think that a can of soup can go a long way over a bar of gold. And you seen the Campbell's chart. Look pretty good. Oh man. But I got a little physical. Yeah, I hear you. Yes, tangible assets are currency in a collapse. So is gold. And gold was just doing nothing for years, and finally that thing is waking up. And gold is that kind of asset where we're looking at this like this. It could go much higher than this. This is nothing. It could go. It could really take off. It's down in the aftermarket there. Let me see what the SPY's up. I thought about buying. I thought about buying some calls tomorrow, but generally when you're down like this, it's gotta open up. You would figure. I mean, we are kind of oversold, but the bear market, just like we had a glimpse of what a real bear can look like a couple weeks ago, where it's straight down, and it won't go straight down forever. So we could have another one of those episodes and we just going sideways. And remember, the bear rallies are vicious. They're vicious. So when you see that, it kind of sucks everybody in. So you have the straight down, then you have these vicious rallies back, and people think, oh, it's all good. Everything is good. But that's the sucking. That's really the flag of the because we came down 10%. We only went up maybe 3-4%. So we're doing that little stick pattern, So we came down, and then now we're just kind of, hanging out in here. I got the box on, doing this. But when you add it all up, it's the flag, right? When you add it all up, it's the flag. Right? So what happens after that? We do this. We get another one of those serious episodes. So that's what you had to. That's what I thought was gonna happen, kind of like here, and it didn't happen. It's like we got saved. We kept getting saved. And that's what I was thinking, why it was like, man, this is manipulation. It's not doing, no retest. Not, generally we get retest, no retest. Look at that bottom right there. We didn't even get one in 2008. Actually, we did. This is a monthly. I remember that one. Here's a double, right? A retest. 2002. Here's a retest. But yeah, so I remember some people was calling that 20% down in 2018. We got to retest it, and we went straight up. So maybe, because it's never really too late to retest, maybe what we come into is the retest. Maybe this is the retest on its way. And I'll tell you what, if we do test that and bounce off of it, I think that's great for stocks. We can go a long way off of that. And another 10, 12, whatever years, get bounce again like that. So hopefully, that's why I think people want it. I would like to see it, because now you can really invest. You've seen the stocks. You're buying stocks at good deals. You're not buying Disney at 150. You're buying at 113. It's good value now. You're not overpaying. Anyway, so there are clinical trials in China right now. New antivirals for the coronavirus. 5 to 10 year bears also. Yeah, that's true, because look at before. From 1929 to, what is it, 30, all the way back in that era. There's long just markets doing nothing. You know what I mean? And when did it just get going? I'm trying to think of the chart. Was it like the 70s or something like that? It just kind of started getting going. But for the most part, just doing nothing. Sideways action. Even though I think we're in a way bigger economy, where it's different, I feel, from back then, but it's still stocks and it's still a market, so you never know. The bear, see, nobody's seen it. You have to almost read about it in history. Now, I seen a little bit in 2000. We were straight down for 2 years. I pulled all my money out like after a year. I'm tired of these statements coming. I'm getting my bank my 401k statements, because that's all I was doing then. And every month I was down like 400 or 500. I was like, I just got tired of it. And I totally lost faith in them. I was like, man, you can't make no money in this thing. Oh, so I'm just losing money every month. So that was 2 years straight down. Not straight, but, no money. And then we've been up ever since, for the most part. Crash in 2008, right? Lost half of it, then straight up, so markets go up and down. Is going straight up. Who knows? We can go straight up maybe another 5 years, but we're gonna have that. We're gonna have that moment where it's gonna come down. It's like a rubber band. It's overextended. It has to. There's pressures to bring it back in, right? When you pull that band apart, if I put my moving averages on here, we're really extended. Let me see. I don't know if I could. Is it this one? Look how far away we are from this moving average right there. That's the 50. And that's the monthly, so it's like 50 month. But, right here was the good buy when they close, right? Generally, it shouldn't. When it gets like that, it needs to come in. Came in here, right? So came in, and comes in over here. If I pull up the SPX, let's have the. So yeah, this is saying if we just come in and touch this average here, it's going to be like 2,600. And if we went to 2,600, that will be down. Look at that, 20%. You see? So I definitely think that bear market is in sight. And you know what? When we hit that 20% mark, almost start buying calls, because people's gonna look at that, and it seems to be, at least in my past experience, always a buy signal. Now I don't know about 2008, was a little different, but it's just a buy signal. Definitely good for a bounce for sure. All right. I wasn't reading the comments. Infinite growth is possible. Yeah, exactly. You got to read history. People don't think it's possible anymore. I know it. And I think a lot of it's the passive investing. That's another thing. We didn't have that back then. So I think that's different. I think that changed the markets a little bit. The whole passive thing, where the money's just going in constantly. Back then, stocks was a rich man's game. Now everybody's got some. And it's all free. That's the peak of the bubble. Return to the mean. It's a mathematical. Yeah, it has to happen. It just has to happen. And people's like, why does it ain't happen? Yeah, so And the harder we go up, the harder we come down. And that's why we have it, that vicious come down, because we're so high, man. We're up there with no altitude, no air, right? No oxygen. It's just, whoo! And I think we're going sideways like the picture. And I think it's going to be another one. We already had the two biggest ups, right? The two biggest up days in history in the same week. The market's been around forever, and we had the two biggest up days in points the same week. The week prior was the biggest down day. I mean, this thing is moving. So those moves they're not over. Those big record-breaking moves. So what's the next record-breaking move going to be? Up or down? And then when you know that answer, put your money on it. All right. So I guess I can end it there. So yeah, I've been there's some good buys. I do think you can nibble. Like you saw some of the stocks I brought. I do want some more Disney. I mean, that's a great buy right there. I mean, it's right there on this major trend line. It looks like I didn't draw that the best, but it looks like it's trying to break that. So yeah, I mean, that's a good buy. Buy a little bit there. Disney's going nowhere. Unless people never want to visit an amusement park ever again. And I know they got the ESPN problem. Yeah, ESPN, by the way. Well, I don't know how long, with playing the games with no people in the audience, all you're going to hear is a bunch of sneakers and stuff. I don't know how long that's going to last or if they even do it. But what is that going to be like for ESPN ratings? But you would have to watch on ESPN or TV. But it won't be the same effect. It'd be like, this is boring. I'm turning this shit off. I don't know. I'm just thinking. Just thinking out loud. All right, man. Tomorrow, let's see what happens. I don't know if I'm going to do a video tomorrow. Maybe Saturday, the Q&A Saturday. I might come on tomorrow. I was tired. I almost didn't come on today. I was sitting there because I'm not even trading. I'm just watching my puts go to work. And I didn't make as much as you did, Al. What do you think about Procter & Gamble? I already like it. I think that I buy some. I like these stocks like this. Oh, nah. Well, it seems like it needs to come down some more. Look at that. It's just toppy. What happened? Why did see you could see everybody's getting into these safe trades. Wait a minute. They have earnings on the 21st. Okay. Yeah, it just seems a little toppy. So no, I don't like it now. If I liked it down here, that looked good. Yeah. And then look, from there to where we are today, that went up 13%. So let's revisit down there. And then yeah, look at the stochastics is even kind of saying it's overboard. Yeah, I mean, look, it's just Procter & Gamble. Look, for the most part, I got these averages up. And not, by the way, I have these up most of the time. I take them down when I do videos. It hangs out on those averages. It's never too far away from the mean. All of a sudden, it's way up there. There's no way. Yeah, I mean, that's when's the last time that happened? Now it hasn't. So last time I was up here, look what it did. It came right back below. This is the only time I've seen that was really far away, and look what it did. So I think we're gonna have another one of those moments. Here's my prediction: Procter, if it does what it did here, Procter & Gamble down to 91. Now you'll say, how could this stock go down 128 to 91? It's another 30%. Because the market went down 50%. That's why. So yeah, hey, it's right there in front of you. I mean, this is really not that hard. Look how far it is from the mean. Just look in history right now. Look at history. When it gets that far, sell. It's not going any higher than that. It could, but the risk is to the downside. Oh, man, sell it. Bro, we got to hang out after the plague. All right, yeah, definitely for sure. So you think like me, sound like you trade better, though. See, I can think it. I can see it, but when when I put my actions to it, I F up, you know. But for the most part, I'm a one stock guy. I've been messing with Amazon, but since that's acting, I need to buy puts on this thing or sell calls up here, right? Above here, maybe on the next rip. But yeah, man. Yeah, I missed over the last 6 months. I missed some big trades. They was throwing softballs over the plate, and I just went like that. You know what I mean? I didn't even swing to get a strike. I was just like, yeah, and go for a swing. Yeah, I had some triples and doubles for the month, but I didn't really get a good knockout the park like he did today. All right, man. Just got more gamble. Yeah, you are a better trader. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. All right, so that's it. Let's see what happens tomorrow. I say if it pops, sell it. It's going down. Like, I just can't see anybody going long this weekend in the market. Let's say like yesterday. I can't see us going home and the market's up. Going home, closing for the weekend and the market's up, say 400 or 500 points, and you bought into the weekend. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff is happening here in the U.S. and 2 days with this virus can bring out a lot, right? A lot. So I think people is going to want to be safe. So Monday, I think, is going to be a big day. To the upside, it could be a big day to the upside because if nothing happens, if it's just kind of mute, I think stocks will probably go up. But if something does happen, it's down. I'm telling you, generally when we have this much volatility, somebody blows up. Somebody big. It could be a firm, hedge firm, mutual fund. The money market broke a buck. Remember that in 2000? Was that 2000? The money markets broke a buck. Meaning, if you had your funds in money markets, which generally is super, super safe, if you put $100 in there, you got back 99. Anyway, you don't want that to happen. Pension fund, something that seems somebody's fucking up and they're going to get exposed. Nobody's playing this right. All right, there you go. All right, man, I got to get out of here. It's time for me to go to bed. He said I got in at 391. I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. Hey, MK2, I'm here late, man. What market is this? We're looking at P&G. Stock market. You're gonna have to. I'm getting ready to end the video though, man. You gotta hit the bell. Subscribe, hit the bell. Go check out the replay because it's gonna be there. This was a good video, I think. It was a good video. Virus moves quick. Yeah, man. This thing is every morning you gotta wake up, and I think we all like, oh, what happened? Who's sick next? Is it in my town? Man, there was this guy on Twitter. He was a Chinese guy on the subway. Y'all can probably find this video. This dude was. Man, get out of here. Get out of my face. He thinks he was standing all away from him thinking he's got the virus and had Lysol and was spraying him down in the subway. And it was stupid. He thinks just because the guy's Asian, he's got the virus. Stupidness. People are just so uneducated. Not going to drink Corona beer because you think that's how you get the virus. It's just stupid. Anyway. All right, man. Virus moves. I'm out of here. I really appreciate the time. Good talk, man. Good talk, Al. See you tomorrow. Michael Lopez. Did you just get? You got in at 391. I'm going to blow up tomorrow. Yep. Let's see what happens, man. All right. Wait a minute. INO stock. Hold on. Let me pull this up. I didn't know what you were saying. Is that what you're talking about? I'm not familiar with that. But yeah, it looks like they got the virus answer or something. I see the volume coming in and I don't think it does anything. Generally, I don't play stocks like this. I'm in the real. This stock got any options? Actually, it does. And they actually liquid. Look at that. Yeah, I know nothing about this stock. It almost looks penny stockish, looking like that. But when you see all that volume come in, they probably got the answer to the virus. It's probably, I don't know. Every time else it did that, you see what happened, right? So why would this one be any different? When this one comes in, is that what you're saying? It's going to short? Yeah, that's good. White, black, yellow, everyone can get it. All right, bro. Have a good one. Yes. They got the cure doing live test on humans. Okay. Yeah, I figured. Get in on ASAP. The market's scary right now. Hell yeah, man. I'm just gonna stick with my puts, not trade it, and just hopefully make them 50 racks like Al did. All right, man. I'm out of here. This is Dre. I'm on Twitter, Dre Trades, Instagram, Dre Trades, right here. You got to hit the bell here because I just come out. It's anywhere between 11 and 4. It's going to be somewhere in there. Hit the bell so you know when I come on. And sometimes I know I don't make a video every day because I just be tired. Anyway, so thanks for watching. I'm Dre. Peace.